Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ross here, and this is a new town. This is the drive-in movie theater, but I think I'm going to make a quick video about how to actually kind of like set up what you need to do to build base. Now, the very first thing that you're going to need is a power generator. Technically, you really don't need one, but for a new base, you're going to need to because you need to get the recruitment radio beacon. If you hold down V, and then you actually back into power and all the way in miscellaneous, there is the recruitment radio beacon, and that's how you're actually going to get people in your guess you would say settlement. Now there's really nothing around here to actually build upon. Like, you know, in the first settlement that you get, you can destroy some buildings, and then there's like a foundation, so you're like, oh well, I build on foundation. So really, how do you start a building out here, out in the middle of nowhere? Well, the easiest place to actually really start is to actually use floors to actually kind of lay down what you want to do. So a simple wood floor, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of wood floors, but nonetheless, you can have small ones, you can have large ones, but we're going to start out with this pretty large one, and I'm just going to kind of set it up right here off the curb, and yeah, that looks good. And then we're just going to build like maybe a 3 by 3 about. Yeah. And you can see it snaps nicely together. So now we have a pretty nice foundation. We got a 3 by 3. Of course, we can always make this bigger. My idea is that I'm going to use turrets up here to kind of provide like a 360 degrees perimeter. There's fences over here to kind of help. But yeah, that's where we're going to start out now. So now we're going to hold V again, and we're going to back out, and I'm going to use metal just because I know I have a crap ton of metal. As you can see, 600 steel here. So now you don't necessarily want to use the curved ones because they get a little bit harder to put roofs on. But what we can do is we find the metal door or frame that we want. And this is about the one I want. And a lot of people have noticed that it's like really hard to get corners. The reason why, you can build this this wall right here and connect multiple walls, but without actually a corner piece, you really can't do it. But if you have a wood floor, you can see right there, it's actually not that hard just to kind of lay down a call it a corner, and you just kind of circle around and just snaps to the actual foundation then. And now we need to get a door frame, put the door frame in. So we got a nice little door frame now. So this is all pretty nice and set. Now, if we want to build a next floor, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to hold down V again, and now we're gonna back into actually wood flooring, not stairs, but actually wood flooring. There's a nice one right here, and that's the one we're gonna use. And you can just, you know, what you do is, let's see, just take this one out, put it in the shack, and now we build that, and now we have our next level now. Now, for their next level, the one thing that you want to do is go into wood, and then go into your floors, and there's a shack upper floor, and it's just a tad bit thicker. And why you need the thickness is like, well, you don't necessarily need it. You can use just the normal how do you say it? The normal floors, but the extra thickness actually blocks off the distance between the wall and the floor. If not, that little extra right there, as my mouse goes under, it would be actually just like a hole. So it just makes it look a little bit prettier. You know, nothing is remotely special. It's just, you can kind of really design this any way you want. There's not a wrong way to do it at all. So now we can go back into our metal walls, and we'll scan through until I find the piece I want. And I like this nice little clean piece. Nice, got some like kind of ribbing right in there. There's not many holes in it either. So it looks a little bit better to me. I kind of like the cleanliness of it compared to the other ones that have holes. But it's just personal preference. You guys can obviously use whatever you want to use. Now we have the stairs over here. Now I highly recommend, if you're going to have stairs go up to a 3rd level, which I'm about to show you right now, I highly recommend doing it away from the other stairs. It just a little bit easier on, you know, you traversing the distance. So we'll put that one in the workshop, and we'll go back into our wood floors, and now we'll use another stairwell. Now, of course, you could build this different ways. You could actually, you know, build the floor and just have it open, you know, and actually just use the regular ladders. This is just an idea, and sadly, there's for some reason there's actually no metal floors, which doesn't necessarily make any sense to me, but you know, whatever. So now we start with our second or upper floors again. Oh, just got a settler, yay. Oh, so now we're gonna have to do other things, obviously. We'll build this. Now, we don't necessarily know where the settler is. When we get an extra settler, the settler could be, like, off in a distance, like, pretty much any direction from here. And this is a pretty open one comparative to your first settlement, which is really closed off. This is pretty, you know, pretty open. You know, you don't necessarily have the field of security with all the radiated water that's protecting you from raiders. So hopefully this area, we can, you know, beef up with security and... oh, protect him. Okay, so there's our first citizen. Let's see if we can go over here and actually get to her. Okay, now one of the first things that we want to do with a citizen is we want to actually...
I'm new around here. I wanted to introduce myself.
Okay.
It's not exactly paradise, but what is?
Yeah.
I'd like to trade some items.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I want. Not trade. What you want to do actually is, even though we're getting radiated here, we're going to actually hit Q for supply line. And we're going to put it back to Sanctuary Hills and confirm that. Now, what this does is now links our workshop with Sanctuary Hills. So now we can use that workshop's supplies. So if we go into, what do you call it, workshops here. We can see, show on map. Well, this one's not connected yet, but that's what we need to do is we need to connect this one over here. And then once that gets connected, oh, there we go. So the show supply lines. So now it's connected, and that's what we really need is so we can actually build out here since most of the stuff is over there. But then also helps you save time for maybe when you're out exploring. Oh, you can see right here, I didn't use the upper floors. I used the regular floors, and you can see that gap I was talking about. That's not present on the second floor. So let's go in there and correct this mistake of mine, and we're just gonna kind of take these away and really simply fix this and go back into wood floors. Instead of regular floors, we're gonna use our upper floor, which that's a perfect example of, you know, to show you the difference between it is that extra hole, the, you know, space between the actual wall and the floor. I mean, it bothers me. I mean, you don't necessarily need it, but I mean, aesthetically, it's just not pleasing to me. So now here's our third floor. It's already pretty high, you can see. Now you could stop here. I mean, you could keep on going. I mean, you can go into a lot of different ideas from here. We can go into prefabs. We can get like a, you know, like this. We can so we can maybe like make a almost like a guard tower, but extended. So we like, you know, put it like there. I mean, it looks a little bit weird because there's nothing supported, but we could put like a turret out here if we wanted to. No, that doesn't necessarily look too good. So what we, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can go into the metal prefabs as well. You can get like, you know, something like this, so you can actually like extend it out, and then you can build walls around that. Now, of course, you know, eventually you're going to need ceilings. Ceilings are not that hard to do. We can do, let's see, which way do I want to take this idea? Let's go into wood prefabs and see if there's one I kind of like. I kind of like that. Does this connect though? No, it does connect. Darn. That one connects though. So it connects like that. Okay, that's interesting. This is an interesting corner piece. We could, if we put it out there, we can get that connected. No, that's like a box. That's a little weird. It has a roof. So what we're gonna do, I don't even know what to do actually. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend it out like this. So it'll build our wall, it'll build a roof, all in one piece kind of idea. And then we're gonna have to go get that corner piece. Where was that corner piece? Okay, that's a 3-piece. Okay, here's a corner piece. A little bit different from everything else though. But you can see kind of what I'm doing. Or my idea. But there we go. And then very simply, you're just gonna, you know, find whatever, do you want a wood roof? If you want a wood roof, you know, you can choose different ones. That one's a little, like, offset. Let's see. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. I mean, even though it has a lot of holes in there. Might replace that later. But for this... Boom. Now, if you want to get to the top there to kind of put turrets in, again, you just, we'll take this out. We'll go into our wood floors and go into stairs. Get our stairs and everything. And now we're kind of on the roof. So now we can kind of set up, you know, different turrets and everything what we want. If you want a coverage. Now, I don't necessarily know if the turrets are going to reach all the way down there. But, you know what, there's only one way to actually find out, and that's actually to do it. So we can just go quickly into defenses, and the basic turret doesn't need any electricity, and it produces 5 defense. So we can just kind of put these all over the place, and you can see that, you know, I got a whole bunch of steel still left, because now it's all connected to my original warehouse. So now we can put these 4 over here. Now, obviously, you know, things that we do need to start off everything is we're going to need some water and we're going to need some food. So now this is radiated water right here, but it's a kind of a good place to put it. We'll go into our water tab resources, and we're going to actually use the water purification, and we're just going to put it there. Yep. Crap ton of freaking rads, but it is what it is. Now for extra defense, I think what I'm going to do... well, is not fail at jumping. Because I put this freaking thing right up here. But we're going to put some extra freaking turrets just up here. Let's see. One right there. So now we got a nice little, good coverage right on that side. And maybe we'll put one just right there as well. You never know where they're actually going to come from, right? But yeah, that's a pretty good setup. Now, obviously, you need to put up food to get more people. That's the only way you're going to attract it. And then also the next biggest thing that you need is beds. Now, I highly recommend when you actually go into beds, go into furniture. And there is this bed right here. It is the smallest bed. And so basically what that means is you can fit more beds into your building. Now, the one thing you need to take in consideration is that they can't be... they have to have a good enough space off on the side so people can actually get in and out of them. And if there's not, they actually will like spawn like other places. They'll get stuck on your roof or something. And it's a pretty good indicator that you misjudge the spacing of your beds. So we got what, 7 beds now, and obviously I built multiple floors, so I can definitely freaking get multiple different beds in here. Where do I want to put the next one? We'll put the next one right here. That's 10. That's 11. Now this is way more beds than we actually really need, but that's a 12 good beds. And once we get more people in, then we can actually lay down the food, and then we'll be good to go. So I hope this little quick tutorial helps you set up your base to understand what things that you actually need, and also how to build. If you guys liked it, please hit the thumbs up. As always though, I'm the Flying Ross, and until next time, I'll check you guys later.